Davis and Joe Johnson from the Bayfront Auditorium at Pensacola, Florida. And there is Kelvin Davis. Kelvin Davis is 21 years of age. Turned pro on October the 1st and scored a second-round knockout against Randy Worth for his only professional win. And his opponent tonight will be making his professional debut out of Miami, Florida. He is 34 years of age. Weighed in at 205 pounds. Joe Johnson, who spent the 1993 season on the Miami Dolphins roster as a linebacker, played his college football at Texas A&M, played in NFL Europe and in the CFL as well. He's trying to switch careers
protect yourselves at all times.
late in his athletic life.
Good luck. God bless. Shake hands, please.
So we'll see how Davis and Johnson handle this. And Teddy, another football player trying to make it in the circle square.
We've had a lot of guys that have tried to make it. Not too many have made it. We've had Ed Too Tall Jones from the Dallas Cowboys years ago. Then somebody yelled timber. He was gone. Mark Gastineau, of course, he didn't make it. One of the better guys recently was Alonzo Highsmith.
And it's Davis who comes out wailing away. Right to the chin by Davis.
Davis is fighting like a short guy. He's bobbing, he's weaving. He's trying to work his way in. He's taking advantage. He's trying to take advantage, of course, of Johnson standing straight up and catching with one of those looping punches. I think he will catch him with one of those looping punches if Johnson keeps going straight back.
Teddy, at first blush, this is not the right opponent for Johnson to be making his pro debut against. Down goes Johnson.
There's one of those looping punches. He was standing straight up. The shorter man was coming up top with those long punches. This fight's going to be over. Don't look like, be honest with you right here, it doesn't look like Johnson really wants to fight. He's looking over and he's trying to make up his mind.
Well, Davis, who's 21, appears to have too many skills. Yeah, and the referee's going to stop it. That's it. So Davis with too many skills, even though he's 21 years old and just 1-0. You can see that Teddy, he's a guy that's going to be groomed. And Johnson, in his pro debut, needed someone who had little skills like we saw in the last bout.
Yeah, he needed a football player. He needed somebody that, even at the lower levels, quite honestly, not, you know, making fun of him, but even at the lower levels of boxing, he needed somebody who had no amateur background. You know, Davis has had a little bit of amateur background. He's had 7 amateur fights, but he's been trained by Roger Mayweather. Davis, that is. He's been training and living in Las Vegas. He's a guy that has had some experience in boxing.
Not a good matchup for Joe Johnson in his pro debut, trying to make the transition from football to boxing, and Kelvin Davis was not going to make it easy for him. We'll take a look at the knockdown, Teddy, and you called it.
Yeah, that looping punch. First of all, the shorter guy is weaving. Davis is weaving. He's looking to catch Johnson stepping back. Johnson stepping straight back off that jab, and he steps back, and the long right hand is there. You can't step back with long punches from close because the long punches actually need distance to land. He gave him that distance. Just watch how Johnson steps back, and as he steps back, he gives the distance that the long right hand needs to land. Right here, Davis is going to be bobbing and weaving, trying to create an opening for that looping right hand. And again, like I said before, Johnson pulled back and gave room to that punch. Actually, with the long punches, you're better off staying close. You don't let them be effective when you stay close. You slip inside them, they go past you. You pull back, you're in the path.
So Kelvin Davis picks up his second win and his second knockout as he puts away Joe Johnson in round number 1. Johnson trying to make the transition from football to boxing, but he came up short on a 4th and 1. Here's Andre and Max.
All right, folks, MLS action. Get you a little programming reminder right now. At 3 o'clock Sunday on ESPN2, the Tampa Bay Mutiny, led by Carlos Valderrama, take on U.S. star Brian McBride and the Columbus Crew in Game 1 of their Eastern Conference playoff. And for more on the playoffs, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. Well, the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
A lot of football players have talked about turning pro. Some even have. And generally, it's probably not such a good idea to turn pro in boxing. Baseball, maybe you're not taking punches, but boxing, probably a better idea to stay away.
All right. Well, let's take care of a little bit more business for you folks. A little pedal to the metal action coming up. That's right. Tomorrow at midnight Eastern on ESPN, it's kart racing from down under. The Grand Prix of Australia will feature the final street course of the season. Juan Montoya leads Dario Franchitti by just 13 points in the driver's standings with 2 races remaining. Throw a shrimp on the bumper, mates, on ESPN tomorrow.